Well, welcome into Getting Help from Uncle Sam. You know, about February of this year, some exciting things were happening with the Chamber of Commerce. We heard that Randy George, who had been there for a long time, had retired, and a very good friend of mine, and of course even her husband, a young lady named Anna Buckalew, who I knew behind the scenes was doing wonderful things at the Chamber, was finally given the opportunity that she well deserved and was named as president or chairperson of the Montgomery Area Chamber of Commerce. And it's the Montgomery area, and it's Anna Buckalew. Right. I mean, we got to get to your name.
That's me.
A lot of the accolades there, but you know, Anna, as you came into that position, you probably thought, okay, when I first started working here were some of the priorities that the Chamber had. Mm-hmm. And you know, and we just know in general, over the past 20 years, how much society and things have changed.
Right.
So as you move forward, what are some of the things you're looking at as far as the Chamber?
Well, and I appreciate those kind words.
Yes.
It is very much a privilege to be in this position, and I see great things on the horizon for our Chamber, but also our community. Mm-hmm. You know, our community's going through leadership transition. We'll have new vision there and new ideas, and new leadership and vision is always good. We've had outstanding leadership from our mayor, Mayor Strange, and I have to give him credit.
Mm-hmm.
What
Absolutely.
an inspiration
Absolutely.
he has been, laid such a great foundation for all of us. The Chamber is well poised now to move forward, and I see some particular areas, I guess, if I had to call out just a few that we'll be really focused on. One would be destination tourism. You know, many chambers don't handle tourism. They're very siloed in many communities. You have one entity that does tourism and another that does economic development. But here we're all under one umbrella, and we think it makes us far more efficient.
Well, it's all commerce.
That's right. It is all commerce.
That's right.
And it's the bottom line is it's all about jobs, because everything we do to stimulate tourism or military or economic development creates jobs, and that creates tax receipts, and that makes everything better for our community. So destination tourism, when you look at what the Equal Justice Initiative, Brian Stevenson, the Memorial for Peace and Justice, the impact that has had on our community, probably close to 500,000 additional visitors into our community. Our visitation in terms of tourism was up 15%
Goodness gracious.
last year. So we're working very hard right now on some projects that will help us extend the stay of that visitor. You'll see us spending a lot of time and effort there, and also a lot of time and effort in establishing what we call earned media. Jack, you know all about that.
Yes.
Trying to get not advertising, but stories written about Montgomery.
Editorial.
And we have been in the New York Times. I can't tell you how many times over the past 12 months. And that's because behind the scenes, we're working very hard bringing travel writers to Montgomery and showcasing our city, both in terms of as a business destination, but also a tourism destination. I think another big focus that you'll see us, you know, spending a lot of time and energy on is the entrepreneurial ecosystem. That seems to be the new word everybody uses. But it's, do we have the infrastructure and the resources in our community to stimulate entrepreneurial growth? In the marketplace and the way of commerce today is very different. The way of economic development is very different. And a lot of what we've done in Montgomery under Mayor Strange's leadership and the county, of course, has been to put tech infrastructure in place. We're a smart city. We've got some things going on now in our downtown in the district along Commerce Street and Dexter Avenue that's called a Living Lab, and that's going to stimulate a lot of innovation. We have a private-public partnership with the Air Force, and as a result we have an innovation center now in the first floor of the Chamber of Commerce. Talk about going through some changes. We literally we saw that as a great opportunity, and so we said, look, let's give them the space to do this, and it's been a tremendous venture. It's one of only a few in the country like that, and I love to hear our Air Force leaders come back and say, you know what, I just got back from the Pentagon and I told them all about how in Montgomery the community supports us in such a big way. You're the only community.
And that's key.
Yes, key. I mean that it's big. It's big in terms of keeping that mission here and vibrant. So, and then military, I think, is another big focus for the Chamber. Of course, we know that Maxwell Gunter is important. We know that there's some things we can do to make things better for our military families, and we're working on those. And then I can't leave out education, our public school system. And what I think would be my one takeaway I'd love people to hear in Montgomery is, let's be positive about Montgomery.
Yes.
We have challenges, but if you look at every community in this country, some of
They've got
those that
challenges.
you think they're the greatest and
Right.
brightest, they have challenges too, some of the same challenges.
Well, thank you. Thank you for taking the helm.
Thank you, Jack.
Your hair will not turn gray,
It's on fire most of the time.
Not guaranteed.
but you're going to do a great job. And just remember this, it's your Chamber of Commerce. Let them know things you'd like to see to make Montgomery a better place. More importantly, don't complain about it. Do something about it. And we'll be right back right after this.